Okay, so remember our data sufficiency strategy here. We are not trying to solve this out. We're trying to determine if we can solve this out. And so we have a question which asks us if a certain plumber charges $92 for each job, and then 20 if it's 4 hours or less, and 23 per hour if it's over 4 hours, and he does 7 hours of work across 2 days, what was the total charge? And statement 1 tells us that he charged $92 for one of the jobs. Well, that doesn't tell us anything about how long that job took, because any job under 4 hours would cost $92. He could have worked for 1 minute or 4 hours and still charged that same amount, which would have left between like 6 hours and 59 minutes and 3 hours for the second job, depending on which of these time allotments he allocated to that first job at $92 per job. So because we don't know, because we're trying to figure out the total amount charged, and anything over 4 hours like this is going to cost significantly more because it's at an hourly rate of $23, we can't determine how much the total was. Statement 2, however, gives us some good information. Statement 2 says, if we look at how much he charged on one of the other 2 days, it was $138. Well, this must not have been this situation, because it would have been $92 exactly. That second situation, though, has to be the situation we're dealing with, which means this is equal to $23 per hour times X hours. And if we know how much X is, then, which we can definitely solve here, then we'll know what 7 minus X is, which is how much time he'd have left over after that job was done. And we could then use that information to figure out how many hours the second job was and calculate how much he spent, or he charged for that second job. So while statement 1 was insufficient because some information was being hidden by this statement was very transparent in terms of giving us granular information, which meant that this one was actually sufficient. And that gets us to answer choice B. Statement 1 alone was insufficient, but statement 2 on its own was sufficient.